before we get started, my name is Eka. I'm founder of Business Analysis School. I started my career in accounting, and some years after practicing accounting, I decided to change careers into business analysis. So I never studied anything in tech. I still do not have any technical skills like coding or programming. However, I have worked with one of the largest technology consulting companies in the world. And this is really about, the skills that I had, and it's really not technical skills, right? So I like to share my journey and my experience with people so they understand that, you can work as a business analyst, regardless of where you're located, regardless of the skills you have, regardless of the course you studied. The IIBA produces this every year, okay? With this document, you're able to see what the skills that BAs around the world have, what BAs around the world are doing, what industries are booming for business analysis. You're able to see how much business analysts earn in certain countries. You're able to see, what are the top certifications in business analysis. And based off of that information, you can improve yourself, or you can actually use that as a tool to say, okay, you know what, I am already at this stage, in my career. Why am I not at this level? Because this is what people in Canada or in the US are earning, and I'm not. Of course, you can also see if there are areas you can improve yourself. It just really shows you, how the BA career is doing as a whole. It shows you a lot of data, and I believe in using data to make decisions. It shows you a lot of data that you can use to equip yourself to land those roles. Okay, so I'm going to be highlighting some very important statistics, in this document. And there's a whole lot of information here that I really recommend that if you're looking to get into the BA path, or if you're currently a business analyst, you should review this. All right, so let's look at some statistics here. So according to the most recent report, what a lot of the business analysts are practicing, some of them are practicing in IT, information technology. About 14% are practicing in business process management. About 13% are practicing in project management. About 12% are practicing in product ownership. About 11% are practicing in change management. About 9% are practicing in customer experience. About 8% are practicing in data analytics. 6% are practicing in business intelligence. 5% are practicing in business architecture. 5% are practicing in data management, and 2% in cybersecurity. So what does this tell us? This tells us that the business analysis space is so broad. Whether you have customer experience, you can work there. Whether you work in change management, project management, product ownership, business process management, data, business intelligence, there's a playing field for everybody. And I get a lot of people ask me questions and saying, oh, I want a career in data science, I want a career in business analytics, all of that. Yes, you can start your career in business analysis and decide to specialize, but understand that there's so many opportunities for you inside the business analysis space. Okay, so this also helps you to, decide, what do I want to do? Where do I want to play? Where do my skill sets, work the best? Say you already have been, in a role where you've been doing a lot of data work. Maybe you do some Excel, some SQL. Then you can, position yourself as a data analyst and move into the data field. Maybe you're really good in managing business processes, improving business processes. Then business process management may be the place for you. And please understand that all these roles are not technical roles unless you're going into serious analytics roles. Project management is also there, available for you. If you've been involved in leading projects, then project management can be a good area where you can focus on as a business analyst. Product ownership, which is also a rising career path for business analysts to also transition into. So you've worked with a company that builds products, and you've been able to be a product owner or manage a product, then you can use that experience. And a product could be anything. It could be a physical product, like actual goods and services. It could also be digital products as well, maybe a website or a mobile app, or or digital courses or something. Or it could be physical products. All of that is still product ownership and product management. So it all starts from having the business analysis, knowledge and skills, right? And then of course there's the global salary scale, where you can see that in the whole of the America and the Caribbean, that's that's all the countries in America and the Caribbean, the average salary is around $96,000. So in the whole of America and the Caribbean. In Europe, the average salary is around $69,000. In Africa and the Middle East, the average salary is around $65,000. In Asia and the Pacific, the average salary is around $88,000. So this helps you to know, okay, even in my continent, right, what's the average salary? And these are all in US dollars, anyways. These are all in US dollars. So this helps you to understand, in my continent, how much are business analysts earning? What are the skills that they have? And we'll talk about that in a bit. So let's talk about the top industries that employ business analyst professionals. Information technology for sure, banking, finance, insurance, consulting and professional services, the government, healthcare, and pharmaceutical industries. So these are top industries that hire business analysts. So if you think about, the companies you'd like to work at, or the companies you see hiring for BAs a lot, they all fall under this, these industries. So information technology, you're thinking about tech companies, right? Companies that actually build technology, sell technology. Banking, finance, insurance, anything in the financial services, there's always that need for business analysts. Consulting and professional services, any company that offers consulting services need business analysts to help them there. The government always has business analysts on their team, because as well, the government always rolling out new initiatives. And then healthcare and pharmaceutical industries, another really, really good industry to work at. So when I tell people that it doesn't matter what you have done, I really mean it, because there is no industry you can work at as a business analyst. I recently had a nursing student who got a job in healthcare as a Scrum Master, right? And she has experience in nursing, right? So getting a six-figure job of 125K or something as a business analyst, as a Scrum Master, right? This is, you understanding, what experience do I have? Have I always worked in banking? How can I use my banking experience to work in banking as a business analyst? Or maybe another industry, any of the top industries. The best in 5 industries for the highest salaries in 2021, consulting and professional services paid the highest, manufacturing, healthcare and pharmaceutical, energy and utilities industry, and then banking, finance, and insurance. Okay, so having a lot of this knowledge, helps you to make the right decisions, helps you to decide, if I want to increase my salary, maybe I should think about applying to companies in this industry that is doing well even in the midst of the pandemic. The healthcare industry definitely did very well in the past 2 years, so they were hiring a lot of BAs. They were willing to pay more BAs. Manufacturing industry as well, because they needed to keep producing and also find ways to see how they could improve their supply. The IT space as well. A lot of technology companies were doing very well during the pandemic, because companies were buying more technology solutions, especially because of remote work and all of that. And then of course consulting as well, because companies needed digital transformation. They needed people to come help them. The pandemic and COVID, it threw, everyone, it caught everyone by surprise. It threw everyone off their feet. So because of that, there are some industries that have thrived throughout the pandemic. And you as a business analyst can also get in there as well, using your experience. So having all this knowledge is so, so important for you, as a business analyst. And like I said, when you get into the business analysis field, it is easy for you to change your roles. It's very easy to change roles. It's very easy for you to move from one title to another, right? And also having that understanding that it's not only business analyst that is the job title. So a lot of people also miss that, right? So they're always looking for only business analysts. It could be business strategist, business advisor, business consultant. It could also just be consultant, right? It could be project manager slash business analyst. It could be IT business analyst. It could be business systems analyst. It could be product owner. It could be product manager, senior business analyst. Regardless of the title, right? As long as you're carrying out those same functions, which I talked about earlier, then is a business analyst role. So with regards to, the roles that business analysts typically find themselves moving into once they start their career, as when you start your career in business analysis, the roles that you can easily change into product owner, product manager, business architect, data analyst, consultant, project manager, and moving into cybersecurity, analyst roles. So these are other opportunities for you within business analysis, right? Because when you call yourself a business analyst, you're a generalist. You can work as a product manager, managing a product. You can work on a data project, doing some data migration or data analysis. You can work on a project, working as a BA slash project manager. You can work on a cybersecurity project, anything, but you can also decide to specialize, in your career and say, okay, I want to go this way. This is the way I want to go. And you can definitely make more money, working as a specialist. So what are, also some reasons why a lot of business analysts are, trying to increase their salary to six figures? What's the reason why a lot of them are actually also changing roles? Why is there a scarcity of business analysts? In the tech space, generally in the world, there's a huge scarcity of professionals. And it is really because of higher salary. People want to make more money, right? People want more interesting work. People want better workplace culture. People want work-life balance. People want promotions, right? A lot of people right now are leaving jobs that are making them come into the office so they can work remotely, because people have enjoyed working remotely for 2 years and they don't want to lose that. And that's fine. So why do you want to increase the salary to six figures? What is your motivation? And what are the things that you can do right now to better improve yourself? So with a lot of people, working remotely, we can see that because of COVID-19, the skills that most companies needed in 2020 were related to data-driven decision-making skills like analytical thinking and reasoning, business analysis. So on the top 10 hard skills that companies needed were, analytical reasoning and thinking and business analysis, because businesses have realized that they need business analysts to constantly keep improving things, to recommend solutions, to stay ahead of the curve. Okay. All right. So as a business analyst, you can choose to work full time for a company. You can choose to be a consultant, as well. So, those opportunities are there. If you say, I've always wanted to have my own business, you can actually be a consultant whereby you're paid for your consulting services as well. So those who already have that entrepreneurship dream, or they just wanted to be able to work for themselves and be their own bosses, then you can actually choose the kind of work that you do as a consultant. So there's that opportunity for you to work as a consultant, in your business analysis career, if you don't want to work full time. So some benefits of certification that we see here are higher confidence at work. When you're certified, you get, higher confidence at work. You know your stuff because you have gone through rigorous learning and passing the certification. You get greater fulfillment at work as well. You're more fulfilled knowing that I am in this role, I am certified, I deserve to be here. You're able to increase your salary as well when you have the right certifications in business analysis. Getting certifications can also help you find a job, because if a certification is a requirement, right, for a role and you already have it, that puts you ahead of everyone, and at least you get that initial interview. So if the certification is important in the career path, then I advise that you get it, right? Because that means that you will be able to negotiate better salaries as well. So if you ever apply for a role and you tick a lot of the boxes, that is a great negotiation strategy there for you. Okay. Also, you can increase your performance ratings as well when you're able to show professional development, right? You increase your ratings in your performance development. I'm sure a lot of us do it, at work. And that helps you get a promotion, right? Because you're able to actually justify why you deserve that promotion. You're not just doing your work every day, but you're taking out the time as well to also improve yourself with, with learning and certification. So these are also ways that you can think of, how can I increase my salary? How can I move into the six-figure bracket, as a business analyst? And for a lot of people, they get the results immediately, almost immediately, after getting their certifications. And of course, the BA professionals who hold the certifications are able to increase their salary by over 12% than people who are non-certified. With regards to business analysis, there are certain, key roles that business analysts play in the organization. And based off of this report, we're going to look at the key roles that BAs play in the organization, right? So 30% of business analysts say that their role is involved in improving customer experience. See, if you're able to improve customer experience in any company, improving customer experience alone, is always able to help. It's always something that we're able to improve other areas. If customers are happy, they will come back to buy. If they come back to buy, that means revenue increases. That means we don't even have to advertise to them. That means that, we're spending less and we're making more money, right? So improving customer experience is what 30% of BAs say their role involves. And the other 27 say their role involves growing sales and revenue. Okay, and just like I said, if you're able to show how you can help a company to save money, to make money, every company wants to make money, guys. If you're able to show any company how you can help them save money and make more money, they would offer you that job in a matter of hours, in fact. And you just have to show that through your past experience. So the thing is, for a lot of us, we feel like, oh, because my role doesn't have a big title, therefore I haven't contributed to the bottom line. That's not true. How can you show that you have helped the company to grow their sales and grow their revenue? How are you able to also show that you've helped to build trust and relationships? Because 26% of BAs say that their role involves building trust and relationships with who? With customers, with even with employees as well, anybody at all. Being able to build trust and relationships is very important as a business analyst. And then 17% of BAs say they help their companies to differentiate their business or to get a competitive edge. So doing a lot of market research, doing a lot of competitive analysis, trying to make sure that they get ahead of their competitors. And a lot of big companies, have a dedicated team towards strategy, towards market research, towards research and development, trying to see how we can get ahead of our competition. Because the truth is, most companies are in competition, especially if they're in a very competitive industry. Okay, so these are some of the things that BAs do, and these are some of the things you do as well at work: improving customer experience, growing sales and revenue, building trust and relationships, differentiating the business, getting a competitive edge. These are things that you do as well at work. So why not take all of that and then, of course, bring that into the business analysis, because you do that as well. So let's also look at some other statistics when it comes to business analysis, the business analysis role, and how you can use the experience you have to land six-figure jobs. So what is really the role of business analysis? Okay, we're talking about the role of business analysis, and I'm calling this out in an order of hierarchy. So the first is enabling change by defining needs and recommending solutions. So if you're able to enable change by defining needs and recommending solutions, then you already are practicing business analysis. How do you define the needs in the company? How do you recommend solutions? If you're the person that says, let's change this tool we're using to another tool. Let's change this process, the process of customers ordering from our website. Let's change it. Let's change how we onboard new staff. Let's change how we do this. Then you're practicing business analysis, okay? Being able to collect and analyze information, synthesize information. So if you're in a role where you're collecting information, you're processing them, you're analyzing the information, say it's a role that has to do with a lot of data or information, then you're practicing business analysis. So being able to evaluate and improve business processes, being able to develop and recommend solutions. So sometimes your business analysis work can start from, there's an existing solution. How can we, improve it, right? How can we develop it? How can we recommend better solutions? And solutions all the time is not just technology. It could be process. It could be hiring, right? Improving our hiring processes. Why do people join our organization and leave after 2 weeks, 3 months? What's happening? Let's review the onboarding process. All of that is business analysis. Being able to develop and implement solutions. So, are we developing a new solution from scratch? Are we buying a solution and implementing it in our business? Are we paying a vendor or a consultant to do it for us? Doing all of this and being able to analyze all of this and present it to the business is business analysis. Everything we do in business analysis is just ensuring that we're helping the business meet their business goals, meet their business outcomes. And that's why we can't take away the business from it. Okay. However, the core of the work we do is analysis work, being able to analyze, right? And that is why people who are already in roles where they, one, are engaging with customers a lot. Two, they're analyzing a lot of data. They work with a lot of data. Three, they're constantly thinking of how to solve problems. They find it very easy to leverage that experience to work as business analysts. And then finally, being able to address strategic change to be competitive. So every business is always going to be competitive. They might not want to show it, but internally they're creating strategies. They're working on, new products. They're finding ways to improve their services. They're creating campaigns, marketing campaigns, and all of that. These are the things that business analysts do in the company. So if you find yourself already doing all of these things that we talked about, then you're already practicing business analysis.